on Saturday. It's Kansas City. And I love it because of my guest and because of the food. It's Kansas City steak. And guess what, gang? They're offering us 6 or 12 9.5-ounce garlic and herb boneless ribeyes. We have two prices. So if you want the 6, it's $99.98. If you want the 12, it's $169.98. And you can actually save some money if you get the 12. You're saving about $29. The easy pay for these, for the 6 is $25. And the easy pay for the 12 count is $42.50. Your item number is M61374. So you're going to get the 6 or the 12-ounce garlic herb boneless ribeyes. You're looking at the 12 right now. If you want the 12, we only have 6 dozen remaining. No auto delivery on this. If you want the 6 count, we only have 185 remaining. I'm gonna bring in my friend who's also a guest. Look, he's a former restaurant owner. He's a professional chef. He's got the best personality that I listen, I want to be Ralph when I grow up, but there he is. It's my buddy, Ralph Pallarino, who's standing by. Happy Saturday. We keep doing this on Saturdays.
Yeah, people ask me, what are you doing Saturday? I was like, well, I'm kind of busy. I got steaks, I got potatoes. I got my man TJ in the house. And TJ, exciting for you today is we're actually going to cook a steak from start to finish as we're talking, as we're slicing and dicing. Can you handle that?
Well, listen, I always say I learn from you, and I really do, so I get to learn today. So I'm ready. I don't have a pen, but I got my appetite. Here we go.
So right on the board, I have this 9.5-ounce boneless ribeye. So let me just show you what I got right here before we start cooking.
Okay.
Look at that. That's 9.5 ounces. You got the decal, right? We'll talk about that. That's that extra concentration of beef that if you're lucky enough to find on every ribeye. And then you see as we just slice in this, and this is like literally just butter. Look at that.
Oh, man.
That is absolute. Look at that.
How are we friends?
Cook like that, TJ?
This is a one-sided relationship.
Look at that, okay? Now that is a perfect medium rare. We let that sit for about 10 minutes. Now this is marinated with garlic and herb, sweet garlic, herbaceousness from all those herbs. And you just see, that's beautiful. Just enough fat, right? We want a little fat equals flavor right there, but not too much, right? Because we want a balance, TJ, a balance. Every time we cook, we want balance, right?
Yeah.
But just look at how beautiful that is, right? So let's get right into it, okay?
Okay. First of all, I want to say, teacher, I'm learning. I saw that marbling. I want to let you know I'm paying attention to it. I'm paying attention to it. Okay.
That's why our steaks are so juicy, because we start feed, right? We finish with corn. We start with grass. So you get that combination, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's just grass. There's no taste. No. We start with grass, which is very natural. And then we finish the cattle off with corn. That's where you get all those white lines. That's where you get that unbelievable juiciness, right? So here I have a raw steak. I just want to show you, just like this, beautiful. Little bit of fat, right? You see all that marbling?
Yep.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to dry it with a paper towel. Take it out of the package, dry it. We want to get all that moisture out, TJ, because moisture is going to prevent us from getting a beautiful crisp on that steak, right? Now what I want to do, get a little bit of olive oil, just like that, right? Now I'm going to take it over here, okay? I got a nice grill pan, okay? And as we're speaking, we're going to get those marks. You ever notice how you get those beautiful marks on a steak? Right? Those crisscrosses?
Yeah.
Here's how we're going to do it, right? 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So we're going to basically go 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and that's how you're going to see these beautiful lines, okay? So that's cooking for about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to switch it, okay?
Okay. So we're just learning.
Right.
So that was unthawed, and you just put some little olive oil on there, and then you popped it right in. Oh, yeah, blotted it because that prevents the crispness, and then you put it in the middle. Okay.
Okay, so that's that. So now, so where does the ribeye come from, right? This is very interesting, TJ. A ribeye comes from the prime rib, okay? So, you know, like a prime rib could be like this big, right? So what we do, and people love our prime ribs, is we slice these steaks from the prime rib, creating a ribeye, right? So if you love prime rib and you love our garlic and herb prime rib, same flavor profile, okay? But with a ribeye, you get that surface area. You're able to kind of get that, you know, crust on both sides, making it a ribeye steak. So I don't know if you knew that or anyone, but that's where it comes from. And then you see this beautiful decal that I'm going to cut. I wish you were here. Gosh. Now, the decal is right there. A lot of people, if you're lucky enough to go to a restaurant, can eat this just by itself.
I would.
Now, this is like if you take a ribeye, which is already super rich, right? And you amplify it about 100 times, that's the decal. Just like that. Look at that. Beautiful decal. You get one in every steak, and I think that's what makes our steak so special. Now, when you're looking at this, it's shiny, right? That's not just the lights. That's all that beautiful marbling, right? Is giving us that shine, which equals buttery richness. And then you have a little bit of that herb and garlic kind of infused in there, right? And that is the decal. And then if you go back to the steak, you see that beautiful steak, not too thick, not too thin, so it's easy to cook. I'm going to switch that to 2 o'clock now. Okay. Just like that. You hear that sizzle? Oh, that sizzle is going crazy right now.
Yeah.
And again, that's only been, like 2.5 minutes, and then we're going to flip it, and then it'll be ready to slice into.
Ready to slice. Listen, so while he's getting ready to slice, I want to let everybody know you have 2 choices. Do you want the 6 garlic and rib boneless ribeyes? Because we only have 150 remaining and the 6 count. But if you want the 12, we have 5 dozen remaining in the 12. I hope there's no auto delivery on this. If you buy the 12, if you buy the 12 and get the stock up and save option, you save about $29. You said 5 dozen. Ralph, I hope we get through. That clock is ticking fast. So,
all right, well, I got something else for you here. So when we talk about the size, right, we want to make a point. 9.5 ounces without a bone, right? That's a lot of meat for some people, most people, right? So what we like to do is, I'm going to show you right here, I cut it in half. I slice it just like I did here. I have 4 beautiful pieces. Now what I'm going to do, GJ, is I'm going to hit it with a little bit of, how about crumbled blue cheese, right? And then how about we go even a step further and we do a little bit of sauteed mushrooms on there just like that, right? And then, to me, going crazy, we're going to hit it with a truffle balsamic, okay, just like that. And then, because it's you, my friend, I'm going to go in and just kind of creme brulee that, right? Look at that.
Wow.
I'm going to hit that. Okay, you like that? This is fun. This is Saturday night. That's what's great about having these in the freezer. I mean, look at that, right? Look at that. That, okay, is that absurd? Is that crazy, right?
And that didn't take any time, Ralph. It didn't take any time at all.
Well, I know, because you have the steak. It's like having these in the freezer. That's what it's all about. And when I went and talked about the prime rib, a ribeye would not be a ribeye if it didn't start with a great prime rib. Now, we all know that grocery store prime ribs are not so great, right? You can't get ours in a grocery store because we're selling those to those high-end buffets, high-end hotels. So a ribeye starts with a great prime rib. And we all know how hard it is to find a beautiful prime rib.
Yeah.
Now, that steak, it's almost ready, buddy. It's only been, what, 4 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, we're standing by. We're waiting. I got to tell you, one of the guys in the booth is like, he's trying to cut weight right now, and he hasn't eaten. He said, I am starving. So you have us all watching and drooling.
I'm sorry about it. So before I'm putting myself out there because I don't even know, this is live TV. So when I take that steak out and cut into it, who knows what happens, right?
Right.
But the point, and what I'm trying to make here, is when we look at a steak like this, right, on my board, you see that it's not that thick. We went this way. We didn't go this way because we know that not a lot of people are confident in the kitchen, right? So a lot of times people don't want to under or overcook meat. When you get something that's only a ½ inch thick, right? Look at that. It's going to cook very fast, and it's not going to take a lot of time, and it's not going to be like so upsetting to you if you're cooking this and you're trying to figure out whether it's under or over. This is literally 4 or 5 minutes, okay? Beautiful. Now, you ready for that steak? I hear it. Taking it right off the grill, okay? Here we go.
Okay, this is live TV. You can't fake it.
Go.
Oh, let's see, I want that. See, I want the part with the fat. Like, you could leave that on for me. You could leave all that on.
Check that out.
Yeah. Oh,
now,
man.
we literally just cooked that when we started together, right?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't let it rest, okay, which is okay, but let's just cut into now. Again, look at that. Okay, look at the crust. See, that crust right there, that's because you dried it with a paper towel. That's what you did, right? Look at that.
Wow.
Now, again, what do you think? Medium or medium rare? Take a guess.
I'm going to take medium.
Okay, ready? And hello.
See?
Now again, this did not rest. This would come up to medium rare. But look at that.
Wow.
That's literally what, 5-7 minutes? And anyone who likes good prime rib wants it on more on the rarer side. But again, I didn't let this sit, but just look at that.
Yeah.
Look, isn't that beautiful? And we literally just made that together, okay? And when we see that crust, I got to show you. Look at that crust. Look at that. See that? And the juices, by the way, look, see how the juices just keep pouring out
you've
of
done
there?
nothing to it. You just took it out of the pan.
No,
You've done nothing to it.
Well, and the key was patting it dry to create that crust. And look at that decal. Let's go back to that decal.
Ah, come on.
This.
See, I want that.
Oh,
like
look.
that piece right there. I will
look at
take that 10 times out of 10.
I'm going to slice it. Look, I'm going to slice it right up for you. Just
Okay.
Look at that. Okay, look at that. Look at that. See, I'm just slicing it. And again, if you notice, now it's kind of coming up to temp a little bit. Now it's like more medium rare. And then I hit it with that seasoning, right? Let it rain. Let it rain. Come on, look at it. Let it rain. Look at that. And look at all that juice, right? All that beautiful juice. What I do is just put this like out on the table and let people dip. All this juice with that seasoning, you just kind of dip your steak in there. I think I'm going to do that right now. Because, I've been talking about ribeyes for about 2 weeks now. And the decal, I'm yet to have a piece of the decal. So I'm going right in like that.
Okay. So while Ralph is teasing us and living a life that clearly I cannot live because I'm here with artificial pears, you have a choice. This has been very popular. You're getting a choice between the 6 count of the 9.5 ounce. We have 120 remaining, or the 12 count. And we have 3 dozen remaining now. Our price for the 6 is $99.98. You're saving $10 with us when you shop today. And then you're also, for the 12 count, it's $169, but you're saving $29. We like to say you have that shop and save option because these can go right into the freezer, like Ralph would tell us. And Ralph, how long does it last? How do these arrive when they come to our home? Or a year, okay.
Yeah, so it arrives in a beautiful white cooler. You're going to pull up to your drive. You're going to see that white cooler, like, okay, ribeyes are here. You take them out. You put them right in the freezer. And then when you're ready to rock and roll, you put it in the refrigerator overnight. Now, these are garlic and are marinated. They're already marinated. So the longer you leave them in the fridge, 2-3 days, a week max, they're marinating. So think about how strong that flavor is going to be, because the greatest thing about a ribeye, it's already so rich that you literally can marinate it for days and you'll still taste that prime rib, that beautiful buttery rich decadence that you love in a ribeye. So that's what makes this special. And by the way, it's aged for 28 days. It's steakhouse type of stuff. This is high level ribeye.
Can I have your cutting board? I mean, I asked you for it last week and you laughed it off. I mean it. I mean, even some of those parts of the fat that you cut off, Ralph, I would eat those. I would eat all of those, and I wouldn't say a word to anyone. I would eat all of those.
There you go. Hold on. Of course, I got the bread.
Okay. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said that.
There you go. Okay, here you go. I'll put that in a bag in. You're good. So right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so listen, Ralph, this is why we're friends, but this is why, look, you are always giving me the business. But this is Kansas City Steaks. Do you want the 6 or do you want the 12 count of the 9.5 ounce garlic and herb boneless ribeyes? Let's look at the easy pay for the 6. It's $25. If you want the easy pay for the 12, it's $42.49. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. Ralph is coming back with one of Kansas City's most popular items. I mean, we should just pair it with